Hello, my name is Jordan and I'm from New Jersey. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Growing up, I was a quiet girl and always found it hard to make friends. Like this one time when I was in kindergarten, I was just sitting by myself playing with Play-Doh, and out of nowhere, this one girl by the name of Layla came over.
Why do you always sit by yourself? Because I like to? Well, you're weird, and that's my Play-Doh. No, it's not. The teacher said I could have it. Oh, yeah?
Saying that, Layla just punched down on the Play-Doh and totally destroyed my creation. When the teacher saw us, she scolded Layla and complained to her mother too. And ever since, Layla had been nothing but mean to me. When I turned 7, my mom met my stepdad and he had a daughter who was 3 years older than me, Esther. They moved in with us, and at first, I thought Esther and I would never get along because she was so messy and I was a bit of a clean freak. But then she turned out to be really cool. Like this one time when I was in the 4th grade and Layla pushed me as I was walking, but thank God Esther caught me right in time.
I am so gonna get that witch. Leave her. She's a brat.
Moments later, I heard shouts and saw that Esther had tripped Layla and her minions with a rope.
Oh my gosh, Esther, where did you get this rope from?
From the gym room. I planned on taking it home. It'll make a great skipping rope. I forgot to mention brave. Esther could do it all. She loved having fun, all the time. And she helped me face my social fears. Esther, you're the best. I so want to be like you. You're not afraid of anything.
You should see her when I mention vacations.
Vacation? Why? I am afraid of airplanes. I don't know why, but everything about them scares me. That's nothing, Esther. When I was in the 7th grade and Mom took us to a park gathering our school held, all the kids got together playing fun games, but I was too shy. And then Esther pulled me from my comfort zone next to Mom. Come on, Jordan, you're missing out on all the fun. But what if they don't like me? You're wasting your time. She's been a sad, lonely girl all her life. Layla, nobody asked you. I decided to be brave, and boy, how much fun that was. We played on the water slide, climbing the longest rope and jumping on the jumping castle. It was the best time of my life. And then the parents called for a talent contest. Mom put my name in, and I had no idea what to do. She said it was good practice to overcome my social anxiety. And to make matters worse, I was the first to go on stage. Go, you can totally do it. I was feeling so nervous because I didn't have any talent besides maybe humming a little. So I closed my eyes and just sang, blocking everyone out. When I was done, I opened my eyes. I was shocked to see people staring at me with pin-drop silence. OMG, was I that bad? But when all the kids and their parents stood up and clapped for me, I couldn't believe it. It was the first time I actually felt confident.
Oh my gosh, baby girl, I didn't know you could sing like that. Yeah, that was amazing.
Esther? Well, she stood there stunned, as if she had seen a ghost. I was hoping she'd congratulate me, but she didn't. When it was Esther's turn, the moment she started singing, everybody covered their ears. But Esther kept singing without a worry in the world. She only stopped when the audience started to boo her.
I feel like my ears will bleed. Someone get her off the stage.
This is pure torture. Esther looked totally heartbroken and ran off. Don't worry about them. I think he sang pretty well. Yeah, right. Easy for you to say. Just leave me alone. Right then, Layla put her arm around Esther, and she actually let her. Looks like your stepsister has stolen your spotlight. Esther didn't say anything and pushed past me. After that day, Esther and I kept growing further apart. She stopped talking to me, and whenever Mom and Dad would praise me for anything, Esther would roll her eyes and leave the room.
Don't worry, sweetheart. She'll come around.
I so wished she did, but things only got worse, especially when Esther started hanging out with none other than Layla. One night, I just had enough and wanted to talk to my sister. So I went to Esther's room and found the door ajar and saw that she was making a face call with Layla. How do you live with Jordan? She is such a Miss Perfect. She totally outshined you on purpose. She could have refused to participate, but she wanted to show how perfect she was and you were not. You really think so? You're probably right. She could have backed off, but she didn't. I can't believe she would do that to me. Oh, let's get back at her. No, I'm not sure about this. Shh, listen. I know just the thing. My mom threw some rotten eggs outside in the trash. I'm sure that'll make a nice hair pudding for Jordan. Then she'll go back to being the mouse she is. I hid before she could see me, and I just felt my heart break into a million pieces that Esther would listen to some witch and plot against me. The next day I went to school early. When Esther got to school, she was fuming because she couldn't find me, and during recess I stayed in the library. But then they found me and interrupted my MSA moment. Ah, here you are. I thought you bunked school today. Nope. Can I help you with anything? Yeah, but I need you to come with me. So you can throw eggs at me? Nah, I'm good. See, she thinks she's such a know-it-all. No wonder she has your dad wrapped around her finger. Stop filling her head with nonsense, Layla. Our parents love us both the same way. I doubt that. Saying that, Esther stormed off and Layla followed her. After that day, Esther only got meaner towards me. One time when we were in the 8th grade, Mom took us to a concert of our favorite singer, Ariana Grande. Esther and I, we both were crazy about her. And when we were there, the singer called me up on stage since I knew all her moves so well. While dancing with her, Esther popped up on stage like a crazy person and took the mic from her and started singing off tune. Things got kind of messy. I saw the guards coming her way. She was being silly, so I tried to take the mic. Suddenly, I lost my balance and ended up falling off the stage and blacked out. I don't know how long I was out, but I woke up in the hospital and I couldn't move my legs. Mom, something is wrong with my legs. Mom called the doctor and he used a silver metal thing to touch my legs. I couldn't feel anything. And then the doctor told my mom that I couldn't walk until I regained muscle control. And until then, I needed to use a wheelchair. What? Me? On a wheelchair? No, that can't be true. Mom, please, tell him to do something. I was devastated. And then Esther walked in with her dad and I lost my mind. What is she doing here? It's because of her I can't walk. I am so sorry this happened to you, Jordan. Again, I am so sorry. Well, your sorry is not gonna make anything better. Esther cried in her dad's arms and everything was just a big mess. The next few days while at home, everyone was quiet. And then Mom and Dad went grocery shopping, leaving me and Esther alone. I'm making myself a sandwich. Can I, make you one too? I can do it myself. When I tried to reach for the peanut butter, I struggled, so I lifted myself off the chair a little, but ended up falling off the wheelchair. Jordan! Esther ran to help me, but I pushed her away. I was so angry because if it wasn't for her stupid jealousy, everything would have been fine. Get away from me! Jordan, I only want to help. Sometimes jealousy can make one so blind. I was not a good singer, and I should have just focused on something else. Oh, shut up, for God's sake. Save your regret. In my eyes, you're just a witch. She looked at me with tears in her eyes, but my heart was too angry to forgive her. Thank God Mom and Dad came and picked me up. Later that night, Mom and my stepdad spoke to me. Jordan, we know that you blame Esther for this. She blames herself too, but can you find it in your heart to forgive her? Really? We are having this conversation? Tell me, Mom, if someone pushed you and you broke your legs, would you forgive that person?
I'm sorry you feel this way, Jordan, but if you want, Esther and I can move out.
No, I couldn't let that happen. My mom loved my stepdad dearly. I couldn't take that away from her. So I decided to come to terms with the fact that Esther was part of the deal, no matter if I liked it or not. I can't promise I'll forgive her, but I'll try. Just give me time. When I went back to school, I was a bit worried about how kids would act around me. But to my surprise, everyone was normal. I wheeled myself over to the drama production board and saw that they were auditioning for a big talent reality show that was happening in LA. I so wished I could try out, but right then Esther came beside me. So you're auditioning? Yeah, it would have been my chance too, but, Jordan, you can audition. You can totally go there and show the world how good you sing. Oh, so now you're going to mock me? Bravo! I am not mocking you. There are no rules that state a person on a wheelchair can't audition. She was right about the rule thing because when I applied and sent the organizers a video audition, they straight away wanted me to come to LA and show them what I got. OMG, I was so excited. A trip to LA. It was going to be magnificent. Mom and my stepdad were so excited, but when they told me they couldn't afford the trip, I felt really sad. But the next day, Dad announced that I could actually go for the audition. I was all ready to go, but one day before my flight, My stepdad had to travel out of the city for business, and that night, my mom fell sick. Honey, I can't go with you. I am so sorry. Mom, don't worry about it. It's, fine. Just then Esther stepped in. I can take you. Don't worry, Mom. I'll take care of Jordan, I promise. It was just a 5-hour, 20-minute flight to LA, and I planned to sleep all the way. But right when it started to take off, I noticed how pale Esther looked. Are you all right? Yeah. Why wouldn't I be? I'm fine. And then it hit me. Esther hates airplanes. She was scared of flying. I held her hand tight and told her to calm down. Throughout the flight, Esther was more concerned for me than herself. The entire flight she held my hand, even when she was asleep. At that moment, I felt grateful, but I just couldn't forget what she did to me. Once we landed, Esther took me to the audition, and to my utter shock, Layla was there too. Oh God, why her? Yeah, Layla. How come you're here? I don't think you have any talent.
I can ask the same question. Why are you two here? How could you even afford the trip? Sold Dad's car or something? Excuse me, it's my turn.
Move aside. Afford the trip? What was she talking about, Esther? Just nothing. Are you ready for the performance? Who paid for this trip? Our parents can't afford it. I sold the diamond ring my birth mom gave to me when I was little. It's just a ring. You matter more to me, more than anything. I couldn't believe she did that for me. I smiled at her, and she smiled back. Go get him, Tiger. When I went on stage, I absolutely nailed it. The judges clapped for me, and I could see Esther with tears in her eyes giving me a thumbs up. When I reached backstage, Esther came running and hugged me tight, but suddenly, Layla appeared with tears in her eyes. Apparently, the judges hated her magic tricks and she was disqualified right away. You can't have everything in life. She then tried to push my wheelchair, but Esther lunged at Layla and the two broke out into a catfight, while all the other contestants looked at them like they were freaks. I had to help Esther because Layla had her hair in her grip, so I tried to lift myself from the wheelchair but fell hard on the floor. I had to help my sister. I gathered all my strength, and when I finally stood on my feet, I was ecstatic. Esther, look! I was still wobbly, but I neared Layla, who was looking at my legs with wide eyes, and I punched her square in the jaw. Finally, security arrived and took her away. I am so happy you're able to stand. I guess I just needed motivation, and saving you from that witch was my motivation. Jordan, I am so sorry for everything. For all the times I was a jerk to you, all's forgiven. We're sisters. That's what we do. Fight and then make up.